Hi everyone, it's Jen. It is the beginning of September and both of my daughters are back in school, so I finally have some much needed quiet time. Looking forward to actually making some more videos and things now that they're back in school and finishing up some projects that are outstanding. But this is one that I finished this summer. It's a mini album, paper bag mini, and I used the Celebrate bags from Michaels. I did use the smaller size that they have. And the album is based on a thriller production that both of my daughters were in, but my younger daughter in particular is a huge Michael Jackson fan, so she was really excited about being involved in this production that they had competed with, and then they did a recital. But this is the cover. I put because this is thriller, and just printed that off of the computer. I had this little metal tag that had a plastic cover that I put over the word, and just did a lot of distressing throughout the album. Added some tulle, glimmer misted some flowers, added some moss that I actually took from when we had distressed their costumes, some trim, and then made this little flap closure that has a little vellum window and this little S-hook closure that I just put some brads in there and some string. And one of the girls had taken this photo and used a photo editing package to distress the photo. And just love the way that that came out. And then this just closes like that. And added some trim and just a few little vintagey charms there. And just did a lot of stamping and layering on the tags. I believe these were just manila envelopes that I had used for the tags, and put mulberry paper behind each of the photos and distressed the photos a little bit with some ink. This was their recital photo. And then I had on the back just put all of their names that were in the program. And on the back side, this stamp and one of the other ones, actually this one that's on the tag right here, are from the stamp collection. They were glitz stamps from Afternoon Muse was the name of them, but I love these stamps. They're very vintagey. So I did some paper piecing with the hot air balloon and added this photo of the little bear that we had distressed that one of the girls carried on stage. Again, just glimmer misted the flower. I believe that's a Tim Holtz brad. And this was just a little coin envelope that I had covered with paper and added their recital ticket inside. Just another picture of them looking like zombies. This was a photo of my daughter when we were trying to figure out what she was going to be wearing for the production. So this is, again, one of those stamps from that collection. I just love the look of that. And this was actually one of my favorite photos of them. It was at one of the competitions we were at, but their eyes all came out with a glare in them, and they really look like zombies in this picture. A few little fibers there, and then this. I had used some trim here, some like tulle trim on the edge die from Tim Holtz, some paper just covered with lace. I did have a problem getting the tulle trim to adhere. I'd originally used score tape, and it wasn't holding the tulle trim down, so I went to I love the Scotch quick dry adhesive. I use a ton of this, but it will pretty much adhere anything to anything, and so I went back and put some of that on there, and it's on there very tight now. And it's just a photo of my daughter with one of her best girlfriends, really looking like zombies again. And just did some stamping on the back of that tag, added a couple butterflies, the word courage over here, And then this tag was just a couple of photos of the girls attacking their teacher. And some lace trims. And it says, lifelong friends. This is another good friend of my daughter's. I added a little distressed Prima tile there. Girls actually smiling, which it was hard to get photos of them smiling in these costumes. They always wanted to look like zombies. Not sure if I'm going to do anything with the back of that. I had stamped the butterfly on there and used some glaze pens just to highlight the butterfly a little bit. Just did some stamping on the back of that tag. And then this tag, I had used, I think some crackle paint down there and some glimmer glam on the wings as well as on the mulberry paper surrounding the girls, and then used a little bit of crackle accents over some paper in the center of that embellishment. And on the back of here I had just tucked in, made a little pocket and tucked in the tag from the Michael Jackson Cirque du Soleil show that we went to. That goes back in there. And then the third section I had dedicated to just putting pictures of my two daughters together. And this was a picture of them at recital performing. It's just plain on the back. I had made some stick pins, and I'd actually off of Etsy gotten some stoppers to this, some vintage stoppers to the stick pins, and it has a little loop so I could add a little bead on the bottom. But I love those little vintage pins, and I had just done a lot of stamping. Like these are I believe these are Tim Holtz stamps. I had stamped out the little tags and just put them on the binding there. And just a photo of my girls. My older daughter was just being a ham before they went on stage. Distressed a little bit of tulle trim there. And this is, again, the Tim Holtz stamp. I had just made a pocket outside of the pocket. And these pockets here are just the, you know, these are the flaps sealed down from the bag that's creating this pocket here. But just added these mini little tags here and made a little booklet. Just did a little bit of embossing there. I believe this was just one of my Sizzix dies that I had used for the binding there. And just a couple picture of the girls. It was my older daughter's last year competing, so I'm really glad that I put this album together. I think I just did some stamping in the background with script stamp. Added a little Be Brave paper clip there. And made this tag, just covered the tag with some vellum that I had cut out. Again, put a picture of the girls in there. And on the back of this one, I believe this was a Sizzlet die, I think. And just put Love My Sister. I really like the way that that came out. Used a little bit of tissue tape on there. And so that just tucks inside here with the little Tim Holtz clip. And on the back of here, I just did some ripped paper and paper piecing and layered that all on there. And so I'm very happy with the way that it came out. I'm really happy that I was able to sit down and finish it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks so much for watching. And like I said, I hope to get some more videos up this fall and winter now that I have a little bit more free time. So take care, everyone. Thanks for watching.